am the owner of Marikuma Healing. So, what does that mean? My business heals the mind, body, soul, and heart. We learn about how to handle ourselves mentally and make sure that our thoughts are kind and sincere and sweet, how to express ourselves with our feelings in a healthy and non volatile or toxic way, how to be able to listen to our body, rest when we need resting, working when we are working, and how to work smarter, not harder, right? How to manage our time a lot more better, and spiritual growth and satisfaction and things of that nature, learning how to do shadow work, learning how to embrace our uniqueness, our flaws, and work on things that we're not good at, and just embrace ourselves for who we are and what we are, right? At the end of the day, what my business does is help you guys become a healthy version of yourself. Hopefully, by being a healthy version of yourself, you can also find happiness and peace. We talk about trauma, abuse, toxic situations, people, and things, how to heal from those stuff, as well as about mental, emotional, and physical disabilities. A lot of my videos tied into those things is a lot on like glaucoma, which is a disease that affects your eyes and your optic nerve. And I tell you guys tips and tricks to handle it, as well as the types of glaucoma and treatments and surgeries that go to them. I also do a bunch of witchy vids, which means we are going to learn about protection and magic and love and things of that nature. We're going to learn the basics. We are not just jumping into the highest level of high, man. No. We're starting off from the beginning. We're learning about different styles and different types and just, figuring ourselves out as we go along. I do card readings. I read with playing cards. I do not have tarot oracle decks on hand, but when that does happen, I'll be able to read with them. At the moment in time, I read with playing cards. I do read palms. I read your personality and character through your hands. I also offer counseling and advice. I am not a certified counselor, but I've counseled quite a few people while my business has been running for almost 2 years. Speaking of, we are having a special, all right? If you have PayPal or Zelle, it is 20 USDs for a 2026 year reading. If you're able to send to PayPal and Zelle, it is $20 USDs. Okay, US dollars, 20 bucks. If you have Airtel, MTN, or mobile money, it is 25 Uganda shillings, so 25k Uganda shillings for a 2026 year reading, where I read the whole year for yourself, one-on-one through FaceTime, either through Instagram, Facebook, or Snap. I have all my social media informations in the description of these videos, so you're welcome to follow and subscribe either Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, or Snap, as well as follow and subscribe my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel will have different videos that are not available for Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, so you guys get a little bit more special vids and unique things. Now, that being said, before we get started on part two of Capricorn's 2026 year reading, I also have TED Talks, which hopefully next year you all will be able to join in on these lives, right? Or join on my TikTok or my Facebook. And we'll kind of just do like a whole group thing. Like, y'all can be the guest of the TED Talk, either Dark Minds and Butterflies or Barar, which is Vent and Rhythm, Rhythm and Rhyme. I also have Witchy Reads, but Witchy Reads is not my thing. I didn't create Witchy Reads. It's been there forever. We are reading currently the Everyday Psychic, and I will be doing the Spanish and English versions of that. Right now, we are doing the 2026 year readings and getting them out of the way before, 2026 really starts. So, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the love and support, and I am grateful for the 71 subscribers, hopefully more to come. Now, with that being said, let's get this party started. Get a snack, sit back, and relax, because we're about to get into it. So, we talked in part one about your cards, well, technically about the theme of 2025, career, finance, love, family, friends, and spiritual outlook. This part, we are talking about January through December, problems, solutions, and theme of 2026. Now, we are going to get into January, February, and March and get this party started. The first three month of 2026 is all about juggling resources and waiting on results. So why is that? What's the cause? Okay. Okay. Y'all are definitely needing to focus on your energy, baby. Capricorn, whether you're born underneath the zodiac sign, you have it in your birth charts, or you just have the spirit of a Capricorn, or you're interested in a Capricorn, you want to see what their year is, right? Maybe the reading resonates with you. The reason why we're juggling resources and waiting on results is due to disorganization and energy, so dysfunctional energy. We are trying to get everything to be put into place. We're putting ourselves in multiple areas and we're waiting. We're like, okay, what's going to be more profitable? Is this going to be a good opportunity? Is that going to work? It's there. Breathe. 2026 for the first 3 months, I want y'all to get y'all self organized. Do not run with the madness. Some of y'all cannot handle the madness. A majority of y'all have been in the madness and y'all are just like, look, I know you said not to run with it, but I'm running with it. Okay, I know how to handle this storm. I've been in this storm before. I can take it. Yes. But instead of running on that energy, you need to learn how to pace yourself. You need to learn how to not rush into things too fast and at the same time not take so long. You need to find that balance. And while you're finding the balance, you're learning to manage your energy, time, and effort wisely. Wisely, baby. Because dysfunctional energy, you're putting yourself in a lot of things. That's great. You're going to obtain resources and be able to give and receive money because at some point something's going to fall in place. But you need to be able to plan and prepare. Okay? While we're planning and preparing and getting ourselves situated and getting our rhythm and our beat back on, slowly, then steadily building it up till we get to that right moment's rhythm and beat that we can just be able to flow through our stuff, right? Do not run on crazy energy. Get yourself organized and make sure you're using your energy, time, and effort wisely. Because if you're just running on the sheer madness and chaos of it, right? It can be overwhelming and you can go too fast to where you trip over. Again, your problem is going to be moving really fast, getting things done. Either you're doing it too much and it's too fast for you to catch up on, or you're not really doing that much and you're kind of very slowly, not so steadily getting there. This is something that you guys are going to be focusing on. Recuperation and recovering, finding your rhythm and your beat. So between going really fast and going kind of slow, you need to find a steady rhythm and flow. You've got to be able to balance yourself. You feel me? We won't get into it much later on in this reading, but I'm just letting y'all know. Pace yourself. Just because you can roll with the storm doesn't mean you should. Last year, yes. Okay, like this year, yes. This was an important thing. You needed to do the storm, you needed to surf the turf and cast on that wave, right? But now we can't be relying on that energy. It's going to be used against us. That means we need to plan and prepare, get ourselves situated and ready, and take things one step at a time. Your outcome for 2026 for January, February, and March is all about new ideas. So we're coming up with new ideas to get ourselves organized and neat and be able not to run on cathartic energy, but organize our energy and be able to use it to where we can lift ourselves up. All right. Now, I'm really happy that April, May, and June is all about emotions and empathy. All right. Emotions and empathy. Just give me a second, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry. We mean really. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry. We mean really gross today, man. So, anyways, like I was saying, emotions and empathy is going to be your main theme for April, May, and June. All right. So, the next 3 months, we are learning how to be compassionate, understanding to our needs and our wants and our emotions, as well as other people. Fill your cup before feeling others. Why? Okay, because y'all getting into mental health, moving on and getting into a better place mentally. So the reason why we're coming in with emotions and empathy is because we're working on our mental health. Let's go, Capricorn. Let's go. What's gonna help you guys? Emotional detachment and choices. Some people are gonna be let go. What's the outcome? Achieving goals and rest from action. I'm really, really sorry about this. Okay. My ears are fucking itchy, man. Jesus. So let's get into it. Because we are learning about our emotions and empathy, feeling ourselves up, having compassionate understanding to our needs and wants and how we feel about certain stuff, allows us to be able to connect with other people on an emotional and more deeper level, right? So we're working on our mental health. We are letting go of things that do not make sense, things that are a waste of time, things that are not worth our time, energy, and effort. And I'm going to use that all through this reading because you guys have to be able to understand some people are not going to make it. They're not going to make it to the 2026 to the finish line, and that is okay. What's important is that your mental health is good, that you're with people that make you feel calm, peaceful, that are healthy to be around, that love you genuinely and lift and support you. Okay? We're not wasting our time with fake ass people. Now, maybe some people care about you. Maybe you care about them. But some people are not healthy to be around, and you're going to learn to let go of the past, let go of the things that have been holding you back, and move forward. Okay? While you're moving forward, you're going to understand that there's some people, situations, and things that you need to emotionally cut off from. They have been sucking you dry, they've been taking your energy, they've been fucking with your emotions and your mind, and their subscription has ran out and they cannot resubscribe. I said what I said. The subscription to you has ran out. They cannot resubscribe to you. Why? Because they're not healthy to be around. Let me give you examples. Okay, let me give you examples. First example, I talk a lot about pets and energy. I said this a lot for the 2025 readings. I was like, guys, when somebody has a peasant energy, right? When their energy is a peasant, this is what I mean. I mean, their energy is low vibrational. They are always negative. They are always looking on the bad. They're never happy. No matter what you try to do to help them, they always find something wrong. They, instead of looking at things as a lesson and a blessing, right? Because at the end of the day, this is what life is. I don't know the meaning of life, but in my opinion, the meaning of life is just living. We are so used to fucking surviving that we forget to enjoy the life we have. Okay? So when I say live, I mean enjoy it. The good, the bad, the ugly. We're supposed to experience it all. All right? Because we have one life. Now, think of it like this: lessons and blessings is like a video game. All right? Except instead of having multiple life bars and things of that nature, we have one health bar, we have one life. If something happens to this life, it's game over for real, right? So, in this game of life, let's be cute, the lessons are going to teach you how to handle the boss levels, okay? So, while you're doing your side quest and missions and side missions, and you're picking up new techniques and how to do cheat codes and combinations, That is the lessons. You're learning how to get the tools and use them so that way when it comes again that you need to use these tools, you're equipped. You have the knowledge and the wisdom to handle that tool and take care of business. Now, healing requires you to see it that way. Lessons and blessings, right? Now, the blessings are kind of like the rejuvenation, okay? They heal your bars, they make you have extra life, they give you a little power up, they give you a combination or, like, secret ways or plays or whatever to build you up into the next level. It rockets you, it's lifts you up, right? I'm not very good at video games. I don't play it, but I can do video game references. So hopefully y'all can catch up and you understand what I'm saying. Okay? Anyways, while I'm having the lessons, I'm getting wisdom through them. And while I'm getting blessings, I have situations, people, and things that help me get to a better place than I am. Negative people only see the negative things. A negative person will say you can't read out of playing cards. They're supposed to be tarot. These are old. Look at them. They're ripped up and they're all ugly. How can you be able to hear it? How can you hear the card? Listen here. Anybody can read cards, but it requires you to listen to your spirit and your higher power. The universe gives me answers on these cards to tell you guys what to look out for, so forth and so on. Okay? Anybody can do it. It just takes time. And if you're going to only be negative and look at the ugly things, no matter what comes your way, you will always find something wrong in it. Those people refuse to rise up because all they see is ugly things. So they're doomed to repeat lessons over and over and over and over and over again because they refuse to change. While queens, kings, and royals in betweens, the higher energy, okay? The more divine and feminine, masculine flow, or whatever you want to call it, right? The high energy, the positive energy understands that there's lessons and blessings. It's okay to have a bad day. Don't let your bad day control you. You have came really far and you're learning as you go. That means you're constantly leveling up. Okay? You're constantly beating boss levels. But with negative people, they like to chip you down. They tell you that you're not good enough until you're below them or at their same level because misery likes company, right? So you're cutting off those energies, you're cutting off those negative people, you're cutting off those things that are draining you. And that's okay. You're not supposed to be everybody's cup of tea, honey. You're a daiquiri. You're a slushy with a lot of alcohol and candy and sweets. And you're good for all occasions. Some people don't have the taste that requires to have your presence in their lives. They want you to suffer just like they're suffering because they refuse to grow. Kick those people out of your life. You don't need peasant energy to be getting in the way of your high, above energy, your flow. You're radiating way higher and lighter frequency than they are. Okay. That being said, you're also getting rid of people who are not giving you what you're giving them. Sometimes we give a little too much to other people that we don't receive enough, and then we feel kind of empty and drained. Okay. That could also be something that y'all are doing. Now, while we are cutting people off and focusing on our mental health, we are achieving our goals and taking rest from action. We are getting to the point where we're achieving what we want, have money coming on the side, and not really having to worry about it. This card as a whole is more of like a retirement card, okay? I have things that are flowing to me. It's coming easy. I figured it out. I'm not having to kill myself in the name of hard work and things, okay? Now, why we are having that for, April, May, and June, we are welcoming loss of opportunities for July, August, and September. Loss of opportunities by the Five of Diamonds, all right? Don't worry. Loss of opportunity mostly, like mainly, just means that we're losing old things to make room for new stuff to happen, okay? You can't hold on to the old stuff and expect to have new things come on. So let's get into it. Okay. Oh. So, like I was saying, loss of opportunity is the main theme for July, August, and September. Why? Because of vulnerability. I think while you guys are being able to be open and honest with yourself this coming year and really see things as they are, not what you want or hope for them to be, you're going to have a lot of clarity in what you're looking for yourself and who you're worth, like who's worth connecting with, who's worth your time, who's going to fill your cup just as much as you're filling the cup of others, who's going to be more considerate and compassionate and kind, as well as being compassionate and kind to your needs again. All right, before you start trying to fill up other people, make sure that you're full. This is coming from somebody who bends backwards and kills herself to make everybody happy. Okay, it's my biggest, I hate to say it, but it's my fucking biggest, like, it's a good thing that I'm really giving and generous, right? It's nice, but there is a thing about going overboard and then feeling overwhelmed, burnt out, and bombarded because I'm out here giving and I may not be receiving what I'm giving out. You know what I mean? So I'm talking to you guys like that. So, vulnerability means you're being open and honest with yourself on things that are working for you and things that are not, and how to go about it in a healthy way. And it's okay. If you also, I would also like to add, if you guys can, be open and honest with your support group, the people that are lifting you up, the people who've been there through your bad, your good, your ugly, all of that, right? Your inner circle. It's okay if your inner circle, baby, is small. I have like, I guess I'm lucky. I have about like maybe 8 people who I consider my inner circle. And that's like friends and family. All right. So, like, out of everybody, there's like 8 or so people that are like, they've seen it all. They've seen the storm. They've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And they're still here lifting me up. So, they made it to the team. Okay. There's somebody that I can be open and honest with. And I also can be open and honest with myself with them. I can be like, yo, I'm really feeling this way. This is really hurting me. And I think when you have your support team, it works. But at the same time, don't forget to support yourself. Don't forget to go over there and really be honest with yourself about certain things you may not be addressing. It's okay. You have the right to be vulnerable. I know that in this day and age is dangerous because, again, people are full of shit. I wish I could say that they're not, but they are. They're people who are just using other people to get to the top parts because we live in a very greedy, self centered, arrogant, plastic, artificial world where there's very few authentic, genuine, real people, and a lot of them are just fake. Now, some of them are real and genuine. They really do mean well, but they're hard to find. They're like a lucky penny. You're lucky if you got it. And if not, they may come your way. Okay? So, while we're being vulnerable and open, we are letting go of things that are no longer working for us. We are using togetherness. That means joy and company, friendship and celebration. People who lift us up. People who celebrate our good and our bad days. People who we actually enjoy being around. People who we consider friends and close loved ones. The togetherness is how you're going to be able to be okay being vulnerable. Understand that if somebody is untruthful, untrustworthy, or they're robbing you of time, energy, and effort, these are people that you need to kick out of your life. Kick them out of your life, bro. There's no need for those fake ass people. Sorry, you had your time. Okay. Peace, love, and deuces. Don't let the door hit you where the cosmic flow puts you. Nobody got time to be dealing with liars, deceivers, suspicious, fugazi, sus people, okay? If you're gonna be untruthful, if you're gonna lie all the time, and you're gonna just use me to make yourself feel good, you're robbing my energy, you're robbing my time, you're robbing my money, you're robbing me, your subscription has ran dry. You cannot resubscribe. Don't let the door hit you where the cosmic flow puts you because you're not welcome here. You're not welcome in my area, okay? And some people are going to call you mean, Capricorn. They're going to be like, oh, you don't have a heart. No. Before you go to jail because of somebody's stupidity, kick them out of your lives. Baby, it's going to be 2026 soon. We really going to be out here getting charges because we had to lose our cool due to the fact that some stupid person rage baited us? Girl, please. Girl, please. Ain't nobody got time for that. Mm-mm. Be open and honest with yourself. Make sure you stick with your support group. Okay, they love and support you. They do. And if anybody seems like suspicious and weird, kick them out. They had their time. All right. Why is October, November, and December all about new ideas? What's up, Buttercup? Wisdom, patience, and diplomacy with the King of Hearts. So we are using our experience for wisdom. We are being patient in our mind and our hearts for ourselves as well as for others. And we are learning how to meet in the middle, combined ideas, take turns, or agree to disagree. You're not always going to get your way. They're not always going to get their way. It's going to be okay. This is going to help you guys with your wisdom, patience, and diplomacy. Stand on your character and morals. Leave room to be open-minded and have maybe I can switch over to here. But stick to your character code. Understand not everybody's going to believe what you believe and do what you do. That's okay. We live in a world of duality and mutability. That means everybody is different. You are not going to have the same person, okay? Y'all are not going to be the same people. I believe that you should treat everybody with respect. I don't care about your sexuality. I don't care about your political viewpoints. I don't care about your color of your skin or your religious status. Okay? As long as you're not hurting kids, yourself, people, or animals, we're going to get along just fine. All right? Now, if you're hurting children and people and yourself and animals, first off, be nice to yourself. Secondly, leave the children alone. They're innocent. Why are we out here trying to be rude and ugly to people? The world is ugly as it is, okay? I know I'm supposed to be the more you can do it, guys. Yeah, more positivity. Positivity and being just out there. But I'm also a realist, right? I'm an optimist, but I'm a realist at the same time. There is no need to be ugly to people. If you're just an abusive person, then maybe you should find the Lord. You know what I mean? And normally, it's some people who are very into their religion that are like that. They'll be like, well, I don't agree with you because that's not what's in the thing. Or, oh my goodness, you know what? I don't like the way that person looks. Listen, when the world looks the same and is the same, then you can do whatever you want. But until that happens, we live in a world of duality and mutability and diversity and variety. That means nothing or no one or anything is the same. Everybody is different. And we should embrace the differences in the uniqueness because your uniqueness makes you beautiful. Your flaws make you beautiful. All right? They make you lovely and gorgeous. Why are we out here trying to pretend to be something that we are not? Girl, please. Boy, please. People, please. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, at the end of the day, for October, November, and December, we are seeing things for what they are. We are going to have clarity and insight on situations, peoples, and things. If it is good, if it is healthy, if it is great, and it works for you, have at it. If it is something that is not for you, it doesn't work, it doesn't really bring peace and all that, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't press go. Don't collect the 500. Just leave it alone. You know what I mean? All right. We are now going to talk about your problems, solutions, and theme of 2026. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It's gone really fast. Y'all may be the shortest part 2 I've ever done. And I'm really on a roll. I just finished a whole reading as well as the other half of Virgo part 2. So we making headway. Slowly but surely, we making headway. Your problem again is organization and moving quickly, getting yourself together and making moves. Whether you are going too fast and not really organizing yourself, or whether you're taking too long to make a decision. What is the cause? Okay. Time, energy, and effort. Attention to detail, focus, and practice is why you are having this problem. Time, energy, and effort. What's going to help you guys? Nostalgia, childhood, and old friends, the past. I feel like learning from your past and letting it go will help you guys not waste your time. I think some of you guys are stuck in the past even though you're living in the present. Like you guys are split, you know what I mean? Physically, you're in the present. Mentally, you're in the past. Emotionally, you're a little bit in the present and a little bit in the past. So you're kind of split. You know what I mean? So that could be something that you need to work on. Wisdom, patience, and diplomacy is going to be your outcome. So through, again, learning with your past experience and taking what you've learned through them, working on being patient with yourself, building yourself up, going after the things that you like, organizing yourself and making moves, okay? And being diplomatic, which is just a fancy smancy word for a compromiser. Compromising doesn't mean you give up everything for somebody. It means you both give a little to get a little, okay? I give this and I get this. You give that and you get that, okay? We're giving and taking. So I'm meeting you in the middle. We are going to combine our ideas. We are going to agree to disagree if we cannot find a level, okay? We cannot find common ground, then this is something I agree to disagree with you. Let's move on. Some things that you're going to have to ask. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, the older you become, the more you experience this life, right? The more you live it. You are going to have to really choose your battles wisely. You cannot fight every battle and win it. You feel me? As a Virgo, I cannot win every battle. There's some battles I have to look at and be like, you know what? Bro, I really don't want to, but it's not even worth my time. Okay, I'm walking away. I'm walking away. I'm letting it go. This is not worth my time. This is like fighting Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson in the ring at the same time. I believe that I am strong. I am not strong enough to fight those two in the ring. Okay? Why waste your time on something that is not going to go anywhere? Don't do it. Don't press go. Do not click the 500. Okay? Be smart on how you figure your things. Some battles you can win and some battles you gotta let go. Like Frozen. Like Elsa did in Frozen, you gotta let it go. That past don't bother you no more. Okay? That being said, taking turns is also a form of compromising. You're going to try my idea, I'm going to try yours. I'm going to try your idea the next time you try mine. So I'm really happy that you guys are going to balance yourself, be really smart about how you go about things, and also start picking up the pace. Learning how to start slow and be like, okay, ABC 1 2 3, ABC 1 2 3, ABC 1 2 3, ABC 1 2 3, and pick it up at a pace where you can find your level, okay? Why is standing up for yourself and speaking your piece going to be a big, like, this is your solution for this year, okay? What's the cause? Resentment. Togetherness, joy in company, friendship, and celebration. Y'all are really going to start opening up to your support team. Endurance, diligence, and strength. So while we're learning to speak our piece, we're also learning how to work with our resentment. You don't have to forgive somebody and hate them. You cannot forgive somebody and still care for the person, but understand the person cannot be what you want them to be. You cannot forgive somebody and hate them and never want anything to do with them. You can forgive somebody, but never forget. Okay? I can forgive the action that was done to me, but I will never forget that action that was done. Okay? Like I'm not mad about it anymore, and that's the forgiving part. But I will not forget that this is something that you did, and this is something that you can also do again. Okay? Now, people are going to be kind of fighting that and being like, did you really forgive if you're always going to remember the action and transgression? I remember the transgression. Do I have rage against the transgression? No. I feel like when you forgive somebody, and I mean truly forgive and turn the other cheek, all right, their action doesn't bother you anymore. You hear me? It doesn't bother you. If it still bothers you, you have not truly forgiven. And I am not one of those healers and teachers and guides that are going to be like, oh, yeah, guys, forgiveness is for you, it's not for them. You have to turn the other cheek. Listen, babies have 8 cheeks. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. One cheek, two cheek. They have little baby booties, which are called mittens. Okay, so that's 3, 4. They have one on the left and one on the right on the bottom. Then they have their little footsies that are also called baby booties, which is again an extra 2. If you add that up, it's 8. Little ones can forgive because they have 8 cheeks to turn. But as adults, we have 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And believe and receive, everybody, when I tell y'all, I have turned the cheeks more than 4 times for certain people, a lot of motherfucking people. Yeah, I turned the cheeks till I could not turn the cheeks no more. I am not going to feel bad about it. Some people going to be with me on this, some people are going to go against me. I am going to normalize this. You don't have to forgive your enemies, but you gotta let go of the rage. And that's something even myself personally I'm working on, because there's some people I really don't forgive, but there's a lot of anger. And there's anger because what you did to me hurt me and you don't own it. You don't go over there and apologize. You just continue to play the victim and then be like, oh my God, everybody's against me. They don't love me. And I'm like, you want to have like an Oscar for that performance? Is that the best that you can do? Do you want me to play the world's smallest violin like they did in SpongeBob? Do you want me to go over there and feel sad for you because you're a villain playing the victim? Don't get me wrong. I know that I'm the villain in some people's stories, okay? We are all somebody's villain, somebody's hero, somebody's something. I can own my part into that. But I'm not going to go over there and be like telling a bunch of you guys to turn the other cheek and to forgive and forgive. Forgive yourself. That is the only forgiveness I will ever teach you guys. Forgive yourself. You forgive you, Capricorn. You let go of this resentment that you have against yourself. Now work on letting go of the resentment that you have on others. It's going to be there. That's okay. You have the right to be hurt, but don't hold on to that pain. As somebody who's still working on that, I get it. Okay? I try to be really honest and forthcoming with you guys when it comes to my videos and stuff, because I feel like if we're honest with each other, especially with experiences and things, you guys won't feel so alienated. Because I feel like when it comes to forgiveness, you can feel really alone, especially when you're fighting your thoughts against yourself, right? Because we are the worst critics to ourselves. I am the worst critic to me. There is nobody who can break me like I can break myself, which is why I'm learning about mental health and emotional well being and practicing to be a lot more healthier in my mind, body, soul, and heart, as well as teaching you guys how to do it too. So that way, y'all don't have to go over there and fight those battles, okay? So while we're letting go of the resentments, okay, we're learning how to speak our piece and stand on business and be honest with our needs, wants, and how we view things. We are also going to be going to our friends, the people we enjoy being around, and the ones who celebrate our goodness, our bads, and everything, the genuine, authentic ones, our supporters, our loved ones, our ride and dies, all right? At the end of it, You're going to be learning how to do your energy, time, and effort a lot wisely. Fill your own cup, be honest with yourself, and don't go over there and feel like you have to be this perfect person. You do not. Healthy is not perfect, baby. Healthy doesn't, like, okay, I misspoke when I said that. I was going to be like, healthy doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, guys. Go over there and be unhealthy. Be the problem, not the solution. Fuck shit up. Release your inner gremlin energy. Let's not, because I know for a fact of some of us, right? We can go to jail if we release that energy, so let's not do it, okay? Let's be healthy. Let's be authentic and real. Okay, so far so good. Whew, let's go. All right. So recuperation and recovery, pacing yourself, taking your time, finding your rhythm and beats, is all because of new opportunities. While we're getting rid of old opportunities, we're going after new things that work for us. We are taking our time to look at it and then organize ourselves and go after it. We are tapping to our charm, creativity and charisma, charm and creativity, looking at things in a different way and tapping into the things that we are good at. We are going to be very picky about who we spend our time with. We are not giving everybody access to ourselves. Listen, if you're going to be with Capricorn, you better be the best of the best, the cream of the crop, because Capricorn has no time for fake ass bitches. I said what I said. I didn't stutter. Now, again, my way of speech can be a tad aggressive and slightly ghetto, but you guys understand what I'm saying. While you're finding your rhythm and beat, you are also going after new opportunities, tapping into your charm and your charisma, creative skills, and also being very stingy about like saving your money, obviously, but very picky about who you hang out with. Who's worth your time? Who is worth being around you and who is healthy to be around? All right. So, again, I am going to summarize y'all's reading. Capricorn, I hold your hand when I say this. Firstly, kick ass. All right. Go in there like the badass you are, baby. Go over there and slay the day and be happy and be joyous. All right. Yes, yes. Slay the day and be happy and be gay always. There's no other way to do it. Okay. Make sure you focus on how you use your time, energy, and effort wisely. Who is healthy to be around? Who is not healthy to be around? Who is somebody that is very toxic and ugly? Who do we need to cut off? Who needs to be cut off from your life? And you don't have to forgive your enemies, but you do have to work on forgiving yourself. There's some actions and things that y'all have held on to for a really long time, and it's time to let go. Let go of the past and embrace the future. Clearly, you guys are obtaining resources. You're doing the shadow work and finding balance and satisfaction and spiritual growth and all that good stuff. You're learning how to communicate and express yourself. You're going after things and you're finding your rhythm and beat for 2026, okay? You're going to be all right. As always, if you guys like what I do, subscribe and follow for more, please. It helps my business grow and I appreciate the support. As well as if you guys are interested in having a 2026 year reading, you have MTN, Airtel, or mobile money. It is 25K Uganda shillings, which is about $8 to $7. You can send it to my Airtel. I have my Instagram, my Facebook, my Snap, and my TikTok for you guys to message me on. I do FaceTime through Instagram, Facebook, and Snap. I am not on Snap. I only use Snap for like communications to do calls and things with you guys. Instagram, I'm mainly on. And Facebook, whatever I post on my Instagram, post on my Facebook. I'm going to start being a little bit more active there. But yeah, Instagram is like top notch where I'm on, other than YouTube and TikTok. That being said, if you don't have Airtel, MTN, or mobile money, but you have PayPal and Zelle, it'll be 20 USDs, $20 to get a 26-year reading, okay? So if you guys don't, it's okay. I just have Airtel, Zelle, and PayPal. Those are my forms of payment. I don't have Cash App. They won't let me have it on my phone and all the others. I'm hopefully in the future going to have that where it'll be a lot more easier for me to get. But in the meantime, it's PayPal, Zelle, and Airtel. All right. Again, you can get other readings. I do lots of them: careers, generals, love, future, past, and present, and much, much more. If you're interested in having your palms read, one hand is for $6, two is for 20, and I read your personality, your character code, and your morals through your hands, all right? I also offer counseling and advice. $6 for a week, and you pick out your 7 days and times that you would like. It can be 30 minutes to an hour long session, $20 for a month, and 120 per year. I have again Airtel, PayPal, and Zelle. As always, guys, thank you for the love and support. Thank you so very much for 71 subscribers and more subscribers to come as we continue this year into next year. Thank you guys for being with me for a year of YouTube and or almost 2 years of Marikuma Healing. Slay the day, be happy, and be gay. You guys deserve the best. Don't settle for less.